Hello and welcome to my Ogre Wars Dirge of the Fated King and the Sacred Sword Another Eden version 1.7.1 update. In this video, we're just going to cover over all the updates that the game has to offer. So without further ado, let's begin. So what's new? We're going to get new dungeons and continuation of the main story, which is always exciting. Each chapter will now reward you with 100 Chrono Stones. The new unit will be added to Dreams. We're also going to get Amy's 5-star to unlock. There's going to be new equipments, and there will be a new fishing location located in the old battlefield map. So let's talk about Amy. She's going to get a 5-star form for us to unlock. It's going to take 90 Murmur, 30 Prayers, and 10 Brawler Psalms, I believe is what it's called in global. In the Japanese version, I believe it's called God Hand. I included it because it sounds a lot cooler. And her Valor chant is a plus 30% speed and power for all allies for 1 turn. And I do believe she is a very strong unit, and she is very much respectable to get her up to 5 stars as soon as possible. And you can get her Brawler Psalm in Toto Dreamland Very Hard, which is the new another dungeon added into this update. Next, we have Alga. She's a 4 to 5 star rarity unit. She's a Earth Element, a slash katana ring user, and her type is Shadow. Her Valor chant is a 30% increase in physical resistance of all party members and a minus 20% power of all enemies for 1 turn. You can get her Juggernaut Tome in Snake Liver Damaku Very Hard. Next, let's go over Tuva's Another Style, which is being added into the game as well. She comes in 5-star rarity. Her element type is Earth, and she is a blunt staff ring user, and she's a shadow type. If you want to upgrade her from her original form to her Another Style form, it'll take 90 Murmurs, 30 Prayers, 5 Chants, and 5 of the Cursed Bride Tritsi to unlock. So, where do we start with the new main story update? You want to go to the private house located at the lower left location of the town on the 1.5 island. You must have your game updated to 1.7.1, and you have to have chapter 32 cleared. You also need to complete Amy's 2nd character quest as well. So I'm going to go over some of the chapters within this update. If you don't want to be spoiled with any fights or anything, then you can stop here and come back at a later time. But I'm generally going to include the bosses, the maps, and the rewards. So in chapter 34, you go to some place called the Purgatory World, where you fight these 4 elemental bosses, and you'll be rewarded with a elemental weapon for each type. For the fire boss, he's going to be weak to water. For the water boss, she's going to be weak to earth. For the wind boss, she's going to be weak to fire, and for the earth boss, it's going to be weak to wind. And I also have included the 4 elemental weapons, including their stats and effects. Another chapter with a sort of dungeon layout that I've included is chapter 37. It's called the Macmino Museum. It could be different with the global release, but I'm just basing this off of the Japanese translations. As you can see, you start at the bottom right of the map and you make your way all the way to the top. The yellow numbers indicate a treasure chest for you to collect. Chapter 38 is a little bit more complex. It's the Haunted Chateau that you'll be exploring. It is a bit of a bigger dungeon story for you to be running around in. You also have things such as the equipment memo to collect that will unlock the Toto Dreamland armor set, but I'll go over that in a later slide. So if you need any help, just go ahead and check this map out on this slide and pause it if you want to really digest the things. Alright, next we have chapter 39, which is Toto Dreamland. The boss on this map is in the yellow text in the bottom left of the map, and the star is generally noted as a key item for you to collect. Here I also have chapters 41 through 44 of the Ogre Fort layout. This is a pretty massive story dungeon where you'll be going in pretty much 3 to 4 times to complete. I have the 41 and 42 on this slide, and the chapters 43 and 44 on this slide as well. Alright, let's go over some side activities that we can do. One of the first side activities I'll cover is the one located in Toto Dreamland. It is a sort of a hide and seek Totokun card collection where you'll go around the Toto Dreamland and collect these little bunny shaped items. And you can start this off at the main gate by talking to the machine to trade it in for weapons. And here I have the first 2 maps for Toto Dreamland located. Next slide I have the next 4 areas. And finally the last slide for this with the last map area mapped out. And on the right side you can see the weapons that you can obtain through trading in all the Totokun pieces. Now, you do collect enough pieces to collect every single item, so if you do want to, you can go around and collect all 40 pieces. Next, we're going to go over the Toto Dreamland armor that was mentioned a little bit earlier. You can pick up the equipment inspection memo notes in the Haunted Chateau on the 3rd floor, as denoted by the picture. And here I have the 3 armor pieces and their locations mapped out for you. You can get the bracelet on the 3rd floor, the necklace on the 2nd floor, and the ring on the 4th floor. Another side activity that they've added in is called the Flying Fish mini event. You can talk to the parent and child on the upper right corner of Rattle, and a mini event to search for flying fish can begin. There's also a cute little detail where you can interact with these panels in the East Park in Toto Dreamland, where you can take a photo to commemorate your journey in Toto Dreamland. There's also a few hidden bosses that's added to the game. I don't go over them too much into detail in this video because I want to keep it short as possible for you guys, but here are the 5 bosses that you can possibly find on your own or search up on the wiki if you do wish to have a bit more of a challenge. And finally, there are 4 subquests that's included in the 1.7.1 update. They're all located in the Purgatory world, and they all represent each of the 4 avatars boss that you fought earlier on in this update. And with that, you can get 30 Chronostones each, including some upgrade materials and some nice goodies as well. So yeah, anyways, that's going to conclude my 1.7.1 update video for Another Eden. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my videos and find them helpful. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.